found two possible things for my diarrhea and stomach ache. And this is all from cookie dough, because cookie dough slows down in your system, in your small or large intestines, and it leaves back bacteria. So it slows down bacteria forms in the lining of the intestines, which causes irritation, which is basically what an ulcer is. And you can have an ulcer in your stomach as well as your small intestines. And Maddie's is an acid and indigestion relief, which is basically your natural way So it's mostly honey and apple cider, vinegar, sea salt, ginger. And this is for kids too. Ascorbic acid, clove, citric acid, coriander, or whatever that word is, coriander, and turmeric. So this is kind of like your natural thing, which is 47, and this is if you just want to take the pill. So if you look at these two right here, you'll see that they'll do similar stuff, only this is using more like honey and apple cider vinegar, sea salt, things like that. While this is more of a pill, which is using this lactobacillus. Which also has silica in it. Now this is similar too, which is a little more expensive, but it does pretty much the same as this right here. If you have a stomach ache or diarrhea, this might be a cure-all, and it's mostly just it's mostly natural. So if you have a stomach ache and you think it's like an ulcer or diarrhea, this can actually help it right here. Pretty cool. I might go with this one. It's more of a natural thing. Let's see if it does anything. So Maddie's is also a pretty good brand too. I don't know if you're like this or not, but if you ever have a small project that you're doing, you can actually rent from here. It's pretty cool. Okay, it's probiotic. It's this stuff. Sparkling water. It's a culture. Has a little bit of sugar and vinegar. Ginger, which is good. That stuff is probably good. Bacillus. It's a lactic acid. It's a juice for color.
Probiotics added.
Uh-huh.
It's the same brand. Kavita is crafted with their proprietary cultures.
Yes, this is the one because it's got the green tea. That's going to help the acidic or the acid in the stomach.
It's got a lot less sugar. That's for
and
sure.
it's less sugar too. Turn that one around. Nope. This one right here. Turn that one around. There it is. It's this stuff right here.
That's bold and smooth. That's sparkly.
It's a master brew. Live probiotics.
Probiotics.
That's probably the one right there for $2.88. It's pretty cheap. This is also Synergy, and it's 9 billion living probiotics. It's about 60 calories. It does have the green tea, so the green tea actually prevents the acid in your stomach, or it actually slows the acid down so that you don't have the ulcer anymore. This is exactly probably this stuff right here. And this is the guava right here. It's a little bit more. And for this, you can scan the QR code right there. You can see it right here. Okay, so this is an old remedy that began 22C BC, or CE as they say. So it's about 220 years before Christ. and it's a probiotic that's supposed to help with digestion. I am going to try it out. It is on the market, and it is a ginger aid too. And you can see here it's about 9 million living probiotics right here. And here's the QR if you want to get to their website. So none of these are really a quick cure, but this could be like a daily thing that you take for digestion. And it's about 220 BC when it started, so it's more than 2,000-year-old remedy. And that's mostly like an Indian kind of thing from India. And this is also something that's called Maddie's Acid and Digestive Relief. This could be like 2 tablespoons a day. And then this is actually the pill. So this is also for digestion, and you know, like it could be like anything like that. And I gotta cut out because of copyright. These also are really good too. What it is it's a non-fat probiotic drink, and these are good to have daily for the gut. If you have what's called is I forgot the name of it, what it's called, but it's good for digestion. I used to sample these all the time when I was at a Kroger, and I always wondered why. They have a sample station. You can just sample a little bit because you don't need that much of it, and you just do it every once in a while, and it's really good for your digestion. I didn't know you could get all that at Walmart. Pretty cool.
And they're all the way from Louisiana.
What's this hurry? You go to the light show? No, you're gonna be stuck over traffic over there, dork. Sorry.
So what I've decided to do is I'm gonna finish this off for just today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna find that, or I'm actually gonna take one of those bottles of that Yakult, which is a Japanese probiotic, and then after that, what I'm probably gonna do is pick that back up. Dictate 2. Probably what I'll do is the Yakult tomorrow morning, and just do one of those a day. Then when I finish the Yakult, then I'll move on to the tablespoon or teaspoon, or I think it's 2 teaspoons of what is that stuff called? Oh, look at their ceiling right there. The roof of that. Anyway, they've got like Christmas. I'm gonna see if I can get it up closer to
She
them.
went to Walmart now.
Who went to where?
Oh, this girl I used to work with that Winco.
She
was at the seafood. Sorry.
Oh yeah, well, Linda used to work at Winco.
So now she's
Winco's 24 hours. They're a 24-hour grocery store, but they're owned by the employees. It's a employee-owned company.
There's about
Oh crap! The guy right in front of me. Oh well, it's probably a Republican. I was going to show you this thing up here, but I'll go over this way. Anyway, yeah. So I'm probably gonna do the Yakult for 3 or 4 days. I bought a whole package of those for $2.98, and that's a Japanese cure-all for digestion. And then still a tummy ache. If not, then I'll just put everything, in for storage, or what is it called? I'll put everything in the cabinet, or just not everything, but just put it up for later if I get a tummy ache later. But anyway, the other stuff is like a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons in the morning of it's basically like pure honey, but it's got vinegar, like apple vinegar in it, stuff like that, or something, apple cider vinegar, and other stuff in it, which is kind of for digestion. I may, if I still have diarrhea, then I may take that and see if that goes good with the rest of the stuff. And then the pill, which is like that Spring Valley pill, which is for digestion, I'll probably not take that unless I still show symptoms within the end of the week. So I got plenty of the Yakult. I'm taking the raw stuff right now, which is the Indian stuff, then the Japanese stuff in the morning, and then I'll do the Japanese stuff for like 4 or 5 days. And I think I should be better by then. I may or may not take the teaspoon of the honey stuff, and then the other stuff, which is also a digestion pill from Spring Valley. We'll have to see. But I'm gonna see how I feel within a week. What's today, sweetie? The date?
Friday.
Today's Friday. Oh, it's Friday. And what is the
Second.
Friday 2? It's November 2 of 2022. So.
It's December.
Oh, it's December. Oh, December. December. It's still a Friday, though. Wouldn't you believe it? It's a Friday. And I'm thinking of some 1950s song that's got an electric guitar in it. And it sounds like something you would hear in an ice cream shop in the 1950s. And it's Friday. Stop is Target because Linda, one of her insoles flopped out. We don't know if the cat got it or something, so we're going to see if we can find women insoles for shoes. And we're right here at Target right now, so I can show the sign a little bit better. There we go.
I should be the same honey.
Watching how she walks. See if,
No, this is how you walk. You walk like a stick up your foot. Like, very bottom. They
Alright,
don't
you
pay
can see
attention.
that there's jewel gel inside. So so is this too expensive?
$7.69.
So I'm thinking about this year, maybe, I was thinking more of my son, and of course the daughters already have presents picked out for them. But my son, I was thinking about maybe going with a card. The reason why is that gives him kind of, it gives him kind of a choice, so he can go out and get his own thing, but also it kind of shows him, you know, what a person goes through, you know, to buy something, you know, so he'd be able to swipe it, you know, and use the card, and I could just put his name on it and do like a $25 card or something. And that way he can go to a store or something and pick out something that he wants. And so his mom could take him, you know, maybe eventually, maybe get him a $100 card. They're saying for Christmas presents, don't get more than $70. I don't know if that's for all the kids or just per kid. But if it's per kid, of course, I'd spend $25 on each, and that'd be about $75 because I've got a son and 2 daughters. So thinking about maybe trying something like that. I know he's a gamer, so there's also these Apple cards too, which are good, and also entertainment stuff, but probably going with maybe American Express card. Probably that. I was watching a special interview on Bono, which looks a pretty cool thing, cool book for this Christmas. It's pretty cool. It's like a pizza cutter. So if you're at Walmart, you want to get your 98-cent card right here.
More important than your film.
Hello, kitty. How are you? Meow, meow, meow.
Why?
Okay, so that's the cat, has his water. I've had a stomach ache. Kind of, it doesn't really feel like it's actually my stomach. It feels kind of like, I would guess maybe a small intestine ulcer. So I'm thinking it's maybe from the cookie dough. So what happened was I had a log of cookie dough. I sliced it up a little bit, and I eaten a little bit of it, but I hear that can form bacteria, even in your intestines, which can cause you to have basically like an ulcer. And so these are the things that I have tried, and I've done a lot of this, which didn't really help a whole lot. So this was basically a Quate antacid. It wasn't like real helpful. It helped a little bit, but I would do about a couple of these a day, a couple of doses. Then I switched over to this, which actually did help. So this is the pink stuff, and it did coat it. So I'm pretty sure it's an ulcer, and it coated it, and it feels much better. And I've been taking that. So I've been thinking of like long-term kind of stuff because I want to make sure the stomach ache goes away. So I know that this is Japanese, and it's called Yakult, and the cat's still okay. The cat's done with his water. And Yakult is from Japan, so it's a Japanese product. Now, it is manufactured in California, and you do one of these a day, and it's good for probiotic and digestion. It kind of tastes kind of milky. It's kind of sugary, so I may do one of those. And then I thought about maybe this a little bit later, after, if it's still consistent after 5 days. This is an acid and indigestion relief, which is Maddie's. So it's mostly for digestion. And mostly what this is it has got an apple on it, but it's mostly honey. So you can see at the top, it says it has honey right there. And there's also other stuff in it, like apple vinegar or apple cider vinegar and all different kinds of stuff. Some leaf extracts. It's got a lot like organic. So I found this at Walmart for like $3. So it was actually a good deal. You do 1 or 2 tablespoons, like 2 tablespoons in the morning. So we're going to see if that does it. But I'm not going to get into that yet. I know you didn't see the other thing that I got, which is the Komchon or something like that, Komachon. And that's basically an Indian or India, I'll say India remedy rather than Indian. Because a lot of times you say in an Indian, you think Native American. I'm talking about India, like Hindi kind of remedy. And that one, I already drank that, so I don't know what that is, but I drank that. And you're supposed to just drink 1 bottle, so I'm only doing that tonight. Now, I'm not going to get into this until maybe at the end of the week. So I still feel the pain. I'm going to switch over to pills, which is this stuff, Acidophilus, which is 1 billion active cultures in it for probiotic. And you see at the top, it says probiotic right there for digestion. So this will be the last thing I get to. Now, if my stomach feels better before the end of the week, then I won't take this. So this is only going to be if the stomach ache consists for more than 5 days. This morning I woke up, it didn't feel bad at all. It didn't feel bad until later after I had a soda. So I started drinking a soda. And it says in this one article I read, this medical article, that drinking soda can lead to ulcers when you're older. So I'm cutting all soda from my diet. So it's just mostly water. Green tea is what I forgot. Green tea is actually really good for all of this, because what green tea does, it does almost the same thing this does. It's an antacid, green tea is. So what it does is you have a thing called a proton pump in your system. This is the name of it. And it emits acidic or acid into your stomach area to help break down the foods. If you have too much of that, then that can be caused by stress or anything, and too much of it is not good, and that can lead to an ulcer. Same thing in the small intestines. So this is probably going to relieve some of the acid indigestion, and this is more for like a long-term, for your gut long-term. And this is like a temporary cure-all, which this really is helping. So when I take this, I don't really feel any signs of the pain or anything. It's like it goes away really quick. This, not as much. Okay. Now, the thing that I took, the Komachon or whatever it was called, I can't even pronounce it. It's a Hindi word. It did feel a little acidic and bubbly, and then the pain went completely away. So that's a probiotic too, and that helped. And you can drink those daily. They're about $3.98 though, and I don't know the name of the brand, but it's a Hindi. It's been used for a little over 2,000 years. So these are all modern ones. So we're going to try it, and this is Japanese, so it's also done in California. So we're going to give it a try, and I'm going to report back to you about a week and tell you how I feel. This one hasn't been working, but this one I'm about to take some more of this, and this is probably going to help out a lot. And I'm going to try petting the cat more because that can relieve stress as well. If you pet your cat, that can also cure an ulcer, all right? And y'all have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Oh, and please subscribe. And
Shine her.
just to let you know, all of this can be stored at room temperature. So you can actually store all of this stuff room temperature. But, of course, that right there, that you want to store in the refrigerator.